25 to 30 kgs was recovered near the Tahab crossing on Circular Road. This is in Pulwama by police and security forces. A major tragedy has been averted through this development. Now, these are both developments that are coming into us from Jammu and Kashmir early today morning. I believe we're going to have two reporters joining us in just a second to bring us more details. First, let's go over to my colleague Tejinder Singh Sodhi to understand more. Tejinder, just explain to our audiences what is an IED. Give us more information here and then tell us more about the police's recovery effort, please. We can see the footage on our screens right now.
Yes, this IED is an improvised explosive device which is planted by the terrorists to carry out a big explosion. Mostly this IED is made of RDX, which results in a huge damage and casualty. If you remember, in 2019, the terrorists successfully carried out an IED attack on CRPF convoy, in which unfortunately we lost 40 of our brave hearts of the CRPF. These terrorists, they carry out these IED attacks by planting these IEDs on roadsides. We are told that early this morning, the Jammu and Kashmir police got the specific inputs that terrorists are planning to target the security forces with an IED. So a search operation was launched by the Jammu and Kashmir police, the army and the CRPF in the area which is in the Tahab crossing on the circular road in Pulwama. During the searches of the area, an IED weighing approximately 25 to 30 kilograms was recovered from Tahab crossing in the circular road of Pulwama. If this IED could have exploded, it could have caused a major damage in the area, and it could have caused a huge casualty of all of the passerby. So a major tragedy has been timely averted by the security forces. This was a specific input that was generated by the Jammu and Kashmir police and shared with other sister security agencies. We are told that this IED was successfully defused by the security forces. So a major tragedy has been averted. This comes at a time when an encounter in the Budgam district is on, where a terrorist who is responsible for the killing of the Kashmiri Pandit, the government employee Rahul Bhatt, and also social media star Amreen Bhatt is trapped. Three terrorists belonging to the Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit, the TRF, are trapped in the encounter, and security forces are working hard to neutralize all those three terrorists. So clearly a big win for security forces, and this comes in the backdrop of the inputs that the security forces have been receiving, that the terrorists are planning to carry out a major terror strike across Kashmir Valley ahead of the Independence Day celebration. So a high alert has already been sounded in the entire Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir after the security forces got the specific inputs that attempts would be made by Pakistan-based terror outfit to activate their cells here in the Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir to carry out such type of strikes. They have the inputs that these strikes could be in the form of IED attacks or the selective assassination of the minority members in the Kashmir Valley. So the entire apparatus of the security forces have been put on high alert all across the Union territory to foil any such attempt. So today a major tragedy was averted by the security forces with the timely detection of this IED in Pulwama. Yes.
Okay, Tejinder, thank you so much for bringing us details on those developments. For our audiences, we'll attempt to bring you more developments. This is a large story coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. Remember, typically every year right before Independence Day, security is increased and we do see such actions and operations carried out. Right now, obviously, security forces doing their best to secure the area. As we remind you a little while earlier, there was also the story of 3 militants that have been trapped in an ongoing encounter in Jammu and Kashmir's Budgam.